So how do you increase battery life on your Android device? Let's get into it. So there are some general things and then some specifics. So let me just cover everything step by step. So naturally, the most common things which people do is like to lower the brightness, of course, especially on like these devices which like larger screens and whatnot. You can see that the brightness and the display is taking up a huge amount of power. So do that, and then you can turn off the like Bluetooth when you don't need it, Wi-Fi, and all of the other things which you might be using on a day-to-day basis. However, it goes a little bit deeper than that, as you can, for example, open up the settings and tap on a battery in a device care, and inside of the battery section, you can find a power saving, which unlike on some other devices where it might, just limit basically everything and make the battery like yellow and let you know that this is just a temporary emergency mode. Well, in here, you essentially can have it set to, lower some quality of some things, like it will lower the refresh rate of the display. And even if you don't turn it off entirely, you can also just turn off some always on features and like CPU limitation and 5G and some other things which are going to limit the usage and consumption of the battery. Naturally, it's also a good idea to track it perfectly in here so you can see what's really going on and which apps are using the most amount of power. However, once you find out which apps are really intensive on your battery, you can find the apps section directly inside of the settings right here, and then you can manage individual apps, which is much more useful. Right, so you can, for example, open up Instagram or any kind of app really, and tap on battery right there. And there are going to be three options: restricted, unrestricted, and optimized, which is in the middle. So if you want to limit the using of this app in the background and therefore saving and increasing the battery life, choose as many apps as you can to be restricted, even though it might limit the performance a little bit. Like when you open up the app, it will have to refresh again. It will not be refreshing in the background, but I think it is worth it if we are supposed to save the battery. So that's how it works. These are the most common things that you can do. Let me know below in the comments if you have any more like specific and personal ways how you save battery. But that's it for me. Hit the thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe for more tutorials in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.